Okay, we have another column which is important, that is the current CTC. It would be always in lakhs per annum, and it means in this column you have to mention the current drawn salary package yearly, right, or the last drawn salary package, and you should also mention fixed CTC and the variable part also. This is very useful piece of information which you would find handy uh, during negotiation or further evaluation as per the scenario. If there are any counter offers, and if the candidate is not satisfied enough, then you can always take a look at this current information, and then you can easily figure out whether this person is getting a due amount or not, right? And the other important column is expected CTC. Uh, so it is the expectation of the candidate, right? So it's all about the expectation of the candidate. So he would always share this information, never enter any kind of information uh, like this is as per the company norms, right? Company norms could be anything. So you should always ask what exact package you're expecting with this much of experience you have. So and for your information, I would like to tell you that an average expected salary package should be within 25 to 30% hikes range, right? And if he or she actually demands more than that, uh, you should get the clarification, because in that scenario, uh, your candidate must have some kind of offer in hand if the person is actually expecting more than 30% or 40% hike. So you should double check that information while entering this piece of information into the column. So you also need to ensure that if the candidate has any other offer in the hand, you should always ask for the offered amount from the other company. And if the candidate does not want to disclose the company's name, you would always ask the offered amount, the kind of role they are offering, and the location is going to is being hired for, or is being offered, and again the fixed and the variable amount which would be the part of this counter offer, right? And this piece of information will help us all in knowing his or her probability of joining once gets selected in a comparative study. Now there is another column by the name of current location. So what you need to do, you need to identify what is your candidate's current location, the actual work location, where you would always also look for the work mode, whether this uh, company where he is working, it is for the hybrid mode or the work from home mode, or it is actually the work from office, right? So this is very important. The another column we have is preferred location. So specific location you are hiring for, or if a number of location is in multiple, you would always ask for the first three preferred choices where you would like to go in case there are openings active, right? There are openings from the HR's end. So you would always look for this piece of information. So every kind of information which you are looking for, that should be specific one, that should be useful, that should be uh, that should define your candidate's uh, openness for different location, or if he has some restrictions like he would not go outside of some particular location, then it should be mentioned there also. Then comes the education column, wherein if as per the job description, any specific degree or masters or certificates or diploma is mentioned that the HR is looking for, you would always find this piece of information is the job description, right? So it should be as per the job description only always. And for your information, uh, every company nowadays looking is looking for the candidates who are at least graduates, right? So any piece of information which refers to the latest highest education, you would mention that. Diploma holders are not allowed, right, for any position, whether it is in Tech Mahindra or LTI Mindtree. So you should take a serious look when you're actually going through the job description, whether they are particular about the education or not, right? Then, once all these important columns are filled up, you should always l- ask for the updated resume, because the updated resume should contain all the key skills which we are looking for and the kind of role we are looking for, specifically mentioned in the summary of the candidate's experience and in the respective projects which he has done in the current company or which he had worked for in the past companies, right? These are very important things. And then comes the very, very important thing, PAN card number and date of birth. These are two very important things which you should not miss out. And if these two information are not collected from the candidate's end, you would not be able to create any profile, or you would not be able to check whether your candidate is a duplicate or not in the uh, client's database, right? Where the candidates' informations are filled up or where the candidates are registered. So this is very important. And you should always double check the PAN card number and the date of birth in email ID, contact numbers, whatever information you're actually going to enter during profile creation, that will be considered final, right? In any case, in any scenario, if the primary important things like PAN card number is not correct, we would not be given any kind of credit in case our particular candidate is selected and gets a joining in any company, right? So you should always ensure you're getting the right information from the candidate's end, and that should be double checked before you actually enter into the uh, portal. So at the end of the this particular SOP's specification, I would always request you should be referring to the latest active position doc, which would be shared and uploaded with you time on a time to time basis, and uh, it would remain in the shared drive, and you would be given update about this only, right? So if you're working on any position, the first week is very crucial, at least uh, first 3 days, right? That's when we can expect fast response and updates from the client's end if you are able to submit good number of profiles within first 3 days, right? And then we can add on as per the demand from the HR's end, based on the processing speed of the uh, interviews and responses from the HR's end. You should be adding more profiles accordingly. And also, you should not hesitate to approach me with your queries related to any JD. I'll try to assist you in understanding the roles and skills which would be applicable as per the JD which you are working on in the best, simplest possible way. Because that's the job which I do. My responsibility is to fetch you joinings every month, and for this, you should be working on the requirement on a daily basis so that you have a grip on the JD. You know what you need to source, and what all informations are important which are related to candidates, and that's what is required all the time. Thank you so much, and please go through the SOP doc and SOP videos so that you have a better understanding what is required, what is not, and should not be making any mistakes. This will help me in processing the applications of your uh, candidates on a timely basis. Otherwise, the submission would remain in pending status from my end, because the information would not be complete from your end. So thank you so much, and good luck.